It's an ML Sports Take, Batavia Downs Gaming and St. Bonaventure University's online masters in journalism, bringing it to you. Become a Bonnie today at sbujournalism.com. 84-80, the Bonnies beat Youngstown State. Bonnies moved to 4-0 overall, 3-0 at home. Thought it was just an unreal game. Haymaker thrown, haymaker back, haymaker thrown, haymaker back. And, I was nervous going into this game. 3 reasons were really making me nervous. And, of course, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel at ML Sports Platter if you haven't already. Number 1, Youngstown State shooting threes, right? And then number 2, they're not a great rebounding team, but offensively, any offensive rebounds that you may let loose, tip balls and all the rest, getting second chance points anywhere provides them another opportunity to keep shooting the threes, right? And then number 3 is the RC on these Saturdays, these weird days, right? Like the weird times, 4 o'clock Saturday or a Tuesday night or whatever the case may be. Like you get these weird crowds, 3,000, under 3,000, 3,300 capacity today. I don't even know what the hell it was, but the RC actually sounded a little bit louder than usual. The student section, can't really tell sometimes there, but those were kind of the things I felt going into this game. Now, I'm going to kind of jump all over the place here. Number 1, just an unreal performance from 3 guys in the starting lineup. I mean, Frank Mitchell and his ability to get rebounds when they matter and to just be in the interior and to be in the paint and the awareness of when to catch the basketball and when to finish and the moves and the balance and the footwork and the hands and all of those things are unbelievable. And frankly, that's kind of how it is with the guards too. Now, Simmons, another just tremendous game. 1 for 4 from 3, doesn't matter. He went 7 for 13 from the floor, 17 points, big buckets, controlling things, controlling pace. Charles was unreal in this game as well. I know he had family in town, 18 points, and just what it comes down to is the Bonnies, there's a really great early season vibe here. I know it's only 4 games in, but for an NIL portal world in a small school, non-football, lacking money, all the other BS we hear, the thing that's great right now is that this team seems like they have a connection. They know where each other, like every player knows where another one is, right? They know where each other are on the floor. And there's also like this big bucket mentality, right? Take, for example, late in the second half. The shot clock is winding down, and Youngstown gets a 3 with like a second and a half left, and Bonas goes down the floor, and there's plenty of time. The ball's, it's like 8 at 6 at 5 count, and it kicks to the corner, and the Bonnies answer with an enormous 3 of their own. They just have right now a knack of like no panic, knowing where another teammate is, picking each other up, and a feeling of a big bucket mentality. It's almost like reminiscent, and God almighty, I hope this team's as good as this one, but it's almost reminiscent of the team that got hosed in 15-16, right? When like even 17-18 to a degree too, but like just, with under 6 or 8 minutes to go, when it's clutch time, especially at home, that they're going to get a bucket. They're going to do something. And it's a smart play. Now, there were some bad turnovers by the Bonnies at times, but that was one sequence that I thought was really, really big for the Bonnies. Now, in the first half, the 3-point shooting, I didn't like that in terms of the defensive effort. A couple of them were way out, and Youngstown made them. What are you going to do? But you kind of thought to yourself, there's no way Youngstown can keep this pace up, right? Well, they didn't in the second half. The problem was they got way more efficient from 2, and that became something where you're like, wow, and the Bonnies are... the Bonnies really got to figure something out here. The 3-pointer was Charles in the corner, by the way. And I didn't mention that earlier, but I was looking for the time. It was 4:58 to 4:30. So, Carroll makes that 3-point shot, and Carroll's a nice player. But Carroll had the 3-point jumper, as the time was winding down. You're like, oh, my God. And it was a 1-point game. And then the Bonnies come right down, and it's last 6'5" foot. And the pass goes to the corner, and Charles is he's set. That's another thing I like about these guys. When they take shots, when they take threes, when they're in the mid-range, even when crisis kind of arrives, and it's either Simmons or it's a Bowen or whoever, and the ball's kind of like all over the place, and they kind of know what to do. Like, okay, just hold on, pull back, quick reset, boom, look at the floor, and then wait for the screen, or drive to the bucket, or pass it to somebody up top, Mitchell, and then he hands it back off, he goes in, and then somebody goes off ball, and there's an open guy in the wing because there's a double screen. Like, there's never like, oh no, what are we going to do? And then just like a quick pass, and then just like, we saw that a lot last year, even in the beginning of the year, like 8 seconds to go and the shot clock, and there's like nothing there. And it's like, oh, is Council just going to figure something out? Is it going to be like, a chucked three or whatever? And it just doesn't seem like there's a panic with some of these players. And that's a great thing. And they do it together, right? Now, there were some shaky turnovers at bad times. I don't think a lot of bad shots or selection of shots for the Bonnies. They ended up having 15 turnovers. There were a couple that seemed like they were at shaky times in the second half. Defensively, they got a lot more active. I mean, they had 6 steals ended up in the game, 9 for Youngstown. I also forgot they were called the Penguins. Solid. But the Bonnies, 58% from the floor. I mean, this team is executing at a very high level in terms of the offensive side of the floor. I mean, it's easy to go, 84 points. You shoot 55 times and you make 32 of those. I mean, that's unreal. And Youngstown got 1 million points off the bench, but the Bonnies countered with 19 of their own. I mean, how good was Marshall tonight? Marshall was phenomenal. Just attacking and setting a great tone off the bench. And it seems like, Lenati probably wasn't a good matchup for him in this game, a little overpowered by the guards of Youngstown. I think Grahovic is going to have a tough time in some of these games. I think it's going to take him a while to get going. There was a play in the first half that I did like where he kind of, he set the screen and then he slides a little to the right, sets the screen, slides a little to the right. I think he can be a factor up there where there's a little screen, and if the guy guarding him doesn't respect the shot and kind of comes off him a little bit, it can be like a quick, set a screen, go quick to the left or right, guard gives it to him, and a quick catch and pop. That's an area he can be good at. In the beginning of the game, I think Grahovic was okay because I don't think Youngstown was as good suffocating defense like Siena. By the way, this game was just like the Siena game right from the opening tip, like it was anybody's game. I mean, it was like left hook, right hook, haymaker, uppercut, like who's going to go to the canvas and get up? I mean, this game was like, Ali Frazier type shit. And certainly Siena and Bonnie, I mean, right from the tip, it was like anybody's game. I thought the same thing in this game. But like Grahovic, I think there's a wear down factor with him just because of how long he's played the game. You could give me the Frank Mitchell story too, but they're different players. Frank Mitchell seems to be a little bit more bulky and athletic, where I think Grahovic's a little slower. He's going to have to adjust to that length and speed of some teams. And I think, playing 16 minutes in a game like this was probably right. But he's going to have to grow into this thing. I mean, he's going to have to really start to try to, I think, work on some conditioning and work on some foot skills to get going. I like his game. I think he can shoot it from the outside. I think he can stretch the defense. But when you get into the A10 and you're getting into some of these games against Dayton and some of this length, right, against these VCU teams, and we know how those teams play. They play long, they play fast, they play physical. And Siena played that way against the Bonnies. And Grahovic's going to have a lot of matchup problems this year. It doesn't mean he can't be effective, but you wonder here where, like, okay, maybe Grahovic's in there. He's a starter, 6 to 8 minutes. You kind of start to see, and then maybe you go a little bit smaller. Marshall comes off. We'll see how it goes. But I thought the bench was nice for Bonaventure tonight. And then, you look at just being able to get big-time stops, when you needed them, was a big deal. They got a bunch of big stops at the end of the first half. And then they went on a 7-0 run at the end of the first half, which was enormous to kind of lead them into the second. And then at the end of the game, I mean, just, pure nails on defense. Great awareness, right? You get the ball, you call the timeout, you regroup. Youngstown then would call the TO, right? And another thing too, like with the smarts, is we're in like this, I don't watch the NBA, I hate the league, but everybody shoots the three. Everybody, and the broadcasters were talking about it too, like Youngstown's got to go for 3 and win the game and this and that, and that's fine. But the home team didn't have to do that. The home team, Mark Schmidt's team, knows that if they score 2, that the way they played defense in the second compared to the first against the 3-point shot, that they can defend that. And I actually almost like when teams are like, no, like, we'll get the lead with the highest percentage shot. We're not just going to go shoot a friggin' three. And that's what Simmons did. Simmons beat his guy off the ball. Nobody came up to him, just inside the mid range. He stopped and popped, and he made the shot. And then Bonaventure closed in, and they stopped the 3-point shot. You know, I mean, Carroll was way out. How many can that guy make? Again, they shut that down in the second half, and they got the board. And then Charles was nails for the free throws, and that was it. I mean, yeah. High percentage shot, go play D. Who would have thought? So this was a great freaking win. And it's early, but good vibes. Good vibes, teamwork. Everybody knows where a teammate is on the floor. There's hustle, there's awareness, offensive execution off the charts. And you know, up next is a Robert Morris team that, you know, the Bonnies should win. You know, they should win handily, you know, that game. And then it's North Carolina. It's going to be crazy. Crazy, man, seeing the Bonnies and the Carolina Tar Heels on the same floor. But pretty cool stuff. I went a little long. I had a lot to say about that game. I want to wrap on 2 things. Number 1, subscribe to The Platter all over social and digital media, but especially YouTube at ML Sports Platter. Just hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like the video and many other videos. I got a ton of Bills content out there. Huge game tomorrow against the Bucks. And one other quick thing too, just I've had some early season, just like extra feeling the love from everybody, man. All you guys and gals just, you know, loving the recaps and the analysis and, you know, the fact that people are kind of saying and aware, like, hey, some new people have come to this. Like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that you sometimes do pre-games for this. And there's a post video for every game. And this is crazy and all that. So it's cool. It makes me feel good. And it makes me feel like I really, you know, get jazzed up to do these videos. And I know how much people love this basketball team and love this program. And I'm one of them as well. So pretty cool stuff here. So thanks for all that love. Thanks for all the support and the nice comments. Doing my best, and it's just a chaotic day, man. I was trying to follow this game. I had the Cuse game going off and on Peacock, although that was a blowout at Drexel. Well, they played in Philly on a not on campus, but they played Drexel in the big arena. And then, I mean, college football was nuts today too. I mean, it was great. It was a great day. I mean, Oklahoma, Alabama was an unreal game. I'm going to sit tight here and watch some more. And probably watch the Sabres get their ass kicked again. And yeah, we'll get ready for the next Bonnie game. But I just wanted to shout out everybody out there. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, supporting, sharing. And, you know, for people who don't know, man, go tell them. You know, go tell them about my stuff and tell them that, yeah, this is one of the places that within a couple hours you're going to get a recap. And if not that night, you're going to get it the next morning. And a ton of Bonnie content, hopefully, through the week as well. So anyway, I'm Mike Lindsley, ML Sports Take here with the Bonnies beating Youngstown State 84-80. It's all brought to you by Batavia Downs Gaming, Western OTB, and Stumble and Monkey Brewing Company. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.